See.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're there.
We are. We are live.
We are live. Our first broadcast of the new year. Happy
Yes.
New Year, Delilah.
Happy New Year, Candy. I missed you from last year.
No, it's been so long.
Ooh.
Yep. I see us there now.
Yes. I think it's crazy when people like the last week of the year, like, oh, I'll see you in the new year. And then you have to sit there, you have to think about it for a minute. Like, oh, yeah, next week. They don't mess with me.
I know. So what are we talking? Well, first of all, who are we, Delilah?
So I'm Delilah Cordova, and that over there is Candy. And I am the book marketing expert. And Candy is the
Writer Success Coach.
I had it the first time. Candy is the Writer Success Coach. And
yes.
I want to make it sound like superhero style. We have joined forces to come together to serve you and helping you in your conquest or your quest to become a published author.
Yay.
We need to do, oh man, that's some cool branding right there. We need to do some like Mario type pictures, like with swords, like, you know, where they have the swords, and then your quest to become a published author. All right. So, we have many new things coming up this year that we discussed last time. One thing that's going to be happening is our Smart Author Series our smartauthorseries.com website is going to become super interactive and all brand new for 2019. Hopefully, I was planning to have that done this week. Let's hope so. And then on top of that, we're also going to have a bunch of new stuff like, you know, free downloadables, free guides, and several other things for you guys that will be available on our new website that's coming soon. And we're lining up those special book expert guests and other authors to come on live with us so that we can, you know, interview them and talk about their journey and all those different things. So if that's something you're interested in, please go to smartauthorseries.com and send us a message. Yeah, we have a lot that's going to be happening this 2019. And we've already made pre-scheduled our content calendar. We created it and we got a lot of great content. I'm going to update that on the website so you guys will know in advance what we are doing, who we are going to be talking about, and all that good stuff for 2019. Yay!
We have some really powerful topics coming up, and that's our goal is being visible this year and helping a lot of people. So we put our heads together and we came up with some amazing topics. What's our topic today, though? I think that's a great one.
Our topic today. Go ahead and tell what our topic today is.
She's handling the technology. Our topic today is social media for authors. In particular, we're going to give you some great tips and just simply good common sense that you can put into place. It's not going to cost you anything. We like that. Okay, that will promote you as an author and more importantly, your books, sales of your books. And that's the idea. So that's what we're doing today.
That's what we're doing today.
It's like a combination of both of us because, you know, as an author who is also a business person, you pick things up along the way. And of course, when you're a marketing maven like Delilah is, it just adds to the fuel to the fire and it makes it even brighter.
You know what I would like to see today is if you out there have your own special marketing, social media marketing hacks that you would like to share with everybody, I want you guys to drop that below and let us know about them. I think that would be awesome to know. Because we don't know, I may know a lot, but I don't know everything. So yeah, if you guys want to share that, that would be great. That would be awesome. All right. So I think we're ready to get into it. What do you think?
I agree. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right. First topic here. we're going to talk about optimizing your free advertising space.
Well, what do you mean by that, Delilah?
So, as you know, all over the social media, right? All over the social media, all over all the different social media channels, you guys have all prime real estate for advertising that is free. But it's just a matter of using the space that you have, and not to be too salesy, but to create an awareness of your book. And what I'm talking about is that, your headers, right? Your headers is great advertising space. Your on your Facebook personal profile, not your business page, personal profile, there's a section that if you guys go and run a look at my personal profile, you're going to see how I use my advertising space. But there's a section on the left-hand side that says features. You can put one picture there. It'll fill up the whole space. And then you can add your website to add for below. That is prime space for people to become aware of your book, especially if you're running around and everybody you're driving a lot of traffic to you, or you're at events and different things. Where is the first place people typically run to?
Yeah.
Your personal profile. So when they get there, make it easy for them to see what you're about and see your book.
For your book, right?
Yes.
You can have another page that's specific for your book and link the two of them together.
Yes. It's really important that and that's something you hit on that's kind of dear to me, Candy. I would highly suggest that you send your traffic to your own landing page before you send them to Amazon. Why? Why? Because you're feeding Amazon your special link juice. So instead of them coming directly to your page, Amazon's not going to give you back your retargeting. So when you want to run your special campaigns, you want to make sure that your landing page is yours. It has your pixels on it, your data collectors, your analytics, and hopefully you're telling people to opt in for something free so that they can get on your email list. You want to have them land there first and then decide to purchase on Amazon. And that's really important as far as link juice. You don't want to feed Amazon all of your good juice. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you're not really necessarily going to collect their names and addresses from that. But what you are going to do is collect the goodwill and give them the opportunity, and you the opportunity, to connect.
Exactly, that too. But from a marketing standpoint, when they land on there and you have your pages pixeled, you're going to have that retargeting options to retarget them later to purchase your book if they did not do it.
So we've been talking about Facebook, but this is also works for all of social media.
Yes.
Because every social media platform out there that you're using gives you opportunities to promote your interests. And that's really all you're doing, is promoting what is most interesting to you, which we hope is your book.
Exactly. So, the next question people are going to ask is how do I use this advertising space without being salesy? Don't mention price on it. Just put, I wrote a book, and put a picture of your book and put what it's about. Because all you're doing is creating awareness. See, people they miss that page when they're marketing. Instead, they're like, here's my book, it's 99 cents on Amazon, hurry up and go get it now. And that's not how you should sell books. You want to sell books by creating awareness, so that people become aware of what you're offering first. When you think of Coca-Cola, they have done majority of their campaigns are brand awareness. If you're a children's book author, you want to bring awareness of your characters, and so that children will see your characters, fall in love with your characters, and then they're going to be like, mommy, I want to buy the book. Because on YouTube, you did an awareness campaign that shows off your characters. It's not necessarily the story that's going to sell anything. For a children's campaign, it's going to be those characters.
Well, and that's true of any book, though. Yes, I agree with you 100%. But it's also true with nonfiction. Mm-hmm. The first book, and how many times do you see a series come out where the first book launches into a topic, and then the second, third, and fourth books simply expand and build on that, and the readership builds along with it when the content is good and hits good points.
Right. But the brand awareness for that is around the characters of the story.
Yes.
Disney. All right. So how do you guys feel about that? Who's ready to get out there and optimize their personal pages and use up their free advertising space? Let me know below. Give us some hearts and likes if you like that tip right there. In fact, that was like 5 tips in one. I think we're done with the show today.
I think it's going to be that kind of a show. I think we've got 5 tips, but I think we're going to be winding up giving a whole lot more than that.
I know, like there's going to be a lot of value here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got with us at the moment, we got Kelly Carson, and we got 3 other viewers watching with us. You guys, awesomeness. And if you guys missed that first tip, you might want to hashtag replay and catch it later on when this live is over. All right, let's do it. Next tip.
What's the next tip?
Andy, conquer.
Oh, yes. Create a launch team. You know, this is, remember, we're talking about books here, okay? So this is a great marketing technique, period. But when we're talking about books and authors, what you're really looking at doing here is taking advantage of the online social network that you have and create groups, private groups, not hidden groups, private groups, where you can invite people to come in and become part of your launch team. And simply become more and more connected to you and the book and the story and the characters or whatever the message is that you're sharing. So the key is to use the social media for this. Go ahead.
So Candy, I don't know 100 people to get into my group. How do I do that?
Well, you start with 1.
And you know what? This is actually a strategy that many people are implementing at the moment. They're creating a group of people who are willing to share, family, friends, whoever, but they're putting them all into one group and they're consistently giving them updates and giving them different promotions to share and all those different things. If you make it easy for them and they know what's going on, when it's happening and how it's happening, people are more likely going to support you, especially friends and family. So why not take advantage of that? And then, they might bring more friends and family into the group. And then you might have colleagues and LinkedIn connections and all those different people that you can bring into your group as well that are said, I don't mind sharing this for you. And why not? And especially if, it's just a way of audience sharing on steroids. And if you have, at least 50 to 100 people in one space helping you share out your content, how many eyes are going to be there? Because one person has 10, but it's a numbers game, right?
Yes. And because you're creating your group as hidden, as not secret, as a private group but not secret, they can share information out of that group.
Right.
So you don't have just 100, you have 10,000 when you think of how many how it all works. And 10,000 is a bit much, but you get the idea, is that each of those 100 has 100 of their own.
Right.
So do the math. And what I really like about this is that all of the social media platforms do this the same way. They give higher juice, okay, to communications and interactions that are inside of a group than they do on a regular page. So they recognize that the people that are in a group that are being active have an interest, and that's exactly what they need. The more interaction, that's how they make their money is when we're interacting.
Right. And then, the strategy here is creating brand awareness through the masses by bringing those people in. And you never know. At the end of the day, those 100 people are going to buy your book on launch day, right?
That's the idea.
They're good. Well, since they, that would be the thing to do is once you get to a certain point in your campaign, you're going to be like, hey, you guys were so awesome in supporting me for my book. Everybody gets it for 99 cents. Please run on Amazon. Go, it's launch day and get it. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to go and do it. Because who doesn't mind supporting somebody? I also always do your book for 99 cents, though. That's just an example.
Well, there's the element there is ownership. You're giving, you're inviting them to take ownership in your book.
Yeah.
And when someone takes ownership in it, they are going to be more responsive and more responsible about it.
Exactly. Awesomeness. All right, guys. How did y'all feel about this tip that we just give you? Upside down.
That's a really good one. In fact, that in itself, that's an entire chapter in my course. It's an entire course within my course. Let's put it that way. It's an entire lesson on creating a launch team.
Awesome. Guys, remember, if you want to connect with us, we are at smartauthorseries.com, and you guys can find Candy and me, and you can book us for all of your great book questions. Hey, Kelly, thank you. She's saying good information. Oh, yeah.
Glad you're enjoying it, Kelly. Okay.
All right.
Next. Oh, my favorite.
Be consistent and engaged. Engaged. So, what do you want to tell them what that means, Candy?
Yeah, I'll start this one out.
There you go.
I'm going to tell you, I'm the first one to say that I am not always as consistent as I could be, but I am always engaging. When I'm online, when I'm interacting with you, you're getting the real me. Now, does that mean that I give you everything? No, but I give you everything that you need to know about whatever it is that we're talking about. And the key to this is, we're talking about books again, but the key to this is one of those elements that is true anywhere. It doesn't matter whether you are talking about promoting your book or whether you're talking about promoting Girl Scout cookie sales for your daughter. You really have to be consistent. Keep in mind that social media is so big that if you aren't consistent and if you aren't working with keeping the people in your audience engaged, they won't see you. They simply won't see you.
So I want to touch on how to be consistent and engaged.
Good. I knew you would.
I want to touch on that. The first thing you guys need to do is get consistent in your own schedule. You need to block yourself out a couple of times during the day where you can sit down and just be a social media maven. Just sit down, pull up your Facebook, comment as far as you can down on your personal page. Go ahead, pull up your groups. And we're going to get into something pretty awesome right now, so I can't tell you right now, but pull up your groups, go down all of the groups and, get in there and be consistent and engaging in those groups, and do it once or twice a day. Just block yourself out time to do it, and boom, it's done. Once you're doing that consistently, people are going to come to you. They're going to follow you, and they're going to be like, oh my God, there's so much going on with this person, and they're going to be sharing. But the thing is, you got to show up first. It's like going to meetup groups, but online. You know what I'm saying? And then, when you post your own content, you want to make sure that you're getting people to at least comment forwards or more, stimulating people to engage with you on your Facebook posts, on your all those different places, because when they're commenting for more words or more, the algorithm is going to say, this person loves her content or likes whatever she's doing, and I'm going to show them more of it. So, and that's actually a tip from Manny Lopez. But yeah, so because I don't want to take claim for it, but make sure you're doing that consistently, getting them to comment 4 words or more, showing up and creating a hit list of where you're going to post and how you're going to engage and all the different things. I said it, but we're going to hit on that last.
We'll talk about that again. We'll get into more detail on that in a little while, but yeah, they are definitely connected. So no two ways about that. Yeah, and consistency, and it does not mean that you have to spend all day. I think you hit on the key there, is that you block out a certain amount of time and that you don't get beyond that, because we all know what a sink that can be. You can spiral right down the drain with social media as far as having any time to do anything goes.
I wanted to give a shout out.
Okay.
Before we finish and get into the next one. Hold on 1 second. I don't have it on my desktop.
She wants to give out a shout out.
Oh my God. One of our loyal viewers sent me a book.
Oh, wasn't that nice of that viewer?
Yeah, so that viewer sent me a book. So I want to give her a special shout out and a congratulations to Kelly
Billy
Carson.
Carson.
And her book is called Just One Small Piece of Advice, and it's a daily journal.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
awesome.
beautiful. Look, she took all of our advice and made her book awesome because she designed it.
That's awesome. Love it.
Great job, Kelly. Congratulations. All right. Sorry, I want to make sure I said that today. I almost forgot.
It was great. Congratulations, Kelly.
All right. Next. Who's ready for the next one? I want to see some hearts and likes. Hearts, likes, hearts, and likes. All right. Fill in all the blanks on your profile.
Yeah.
Fill in all the blanks. Okay. Well, I gotta be careful with this one because on your personal profile, you want to make sure you don't fill in exactly everything because then it'll be like a really, really long list of everything. And before you can get to that feature box where you're gonna use it for advertising space now, you want to make sure that you don't fill all the blanks on that page. Just keep that because but when it comes to your website, emails, so other social media, everything that needs to be filled in. Fill it in. If it needs a picture, put a picture. This is critically important for LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, it's possibly more important for LinkedIn.
Yeah. So, when you're putting your experience in, make sure that the little boxes have, those logos and different pictures. And if not, then contact the company whoever you're working with. Or, if they don't have it on their business page, like, hey, y'all are slacking. Please add a picture. Otherwise I wouldn't even list it. And you also just want to make sure that, everything is filled out, everything is consistent on the page, and it reads in a great way that it's used for sales. Facebook business page is the same thing. When you're laying them out and when you're using them, they have like the new about section that's on the right-hand side of the page. Use it. Because when people are landing there, they're getting to know you and your business. And make sure you connect your group pages to your business page. When you're on Facebook, Facebook allows you to connect your group page to your page. And also your Instagram can connect directly to your business page as well. So make sure those different things are happening and you're filling in all the blanks. Because they're free and it'll optimize for you.
Yes, and it's also important, that's absolutely 100% true. There's nothing worse than going to a website and being excited about learning something more about a person or a book and finding that they've given you nothing but a sales copy, a picture of the book and sales copy. I want to know about the person. I want to know about the history. I want to know something about why I came there. And I want to know that they're real.
Yep.
That's a big part of it. I want to know that you are a real person that I'm going to be interacting with. I think that's also important.
And I wouldn't be redundant on all your social media channels, making you a little bit unique for each channel. You know what I mean? I have an XYZ statement. If you look at my personal page, I do use that on majority on my channels. But if you look at my other content and different things I'm doing, I'm not being super redundant in all of my statements. You know what I mean? Things are a little bit different. Things are switched up a little bit. Branding is consistent, but it's a little bit different everywhere you go when you see me, because you don't want to be super redundant.
Absolutely.
Some people use the same sales copy on everything over and over and over and over again. It's like they just read that. You're boring them now. Like what else? Like, oh, there's something new. Let me read that. You know what I mean? Because when they're super highly interested in what you're doing, they're gonna read everything. So
you want to make sure that you're staying on top of changes too. And of course, if you are being consistent and engaged, you will be aware of the fact that there are changes being made by the platform. So you have to make sure that your links are always up to date, and that what you actually have out there in the public domain is actually working. So
right. All right. How do you guys feel about that one? Tell us below. I know some of y'all might be slacking. Are you a slacker? And you guys, one last thing about that is that making an effort to do it once a quarter. Get in there once a quarter and update your profiles.
That's a real good advice. Mhm.
Yeah, because I update my profiles once a quarter, and I clean out my email list once a quarter. So, boom, boom, boom.
Sounds good. I think we're down to the last one, Delilah.
I think so. It's so sad. It's almost over.
It's okay. We'll be back next week.
So if you guys are watching us and you didn't get to hear the other 4 tips that we gave today, make sure you hashtag replay and go back and catch that after the live. Yeah? All right. Who's ready for the last one? No? Okay, fine. No drum roll. I can do my own drum roll. All right, let's do it.
Yes. Create a hit list and be visible in the groups. Visibility. But there are 2 keys in that one, Delilah. The fact that you are being visible in groups and that you are being specific about where you are. Want to touch on that?
Yes. All right. So what you need to do ultimately is create a hit list of groups that meet a certain criteria, right? So criteria 1 is they must be engaging, right? People must have active engagement in the group. If they're not engaged, that means that people are not seeing the content for that group. Facebook is not pushing it out or whatever, this and that. But it's just not a group that you really want to spend time in.
Right.
2, you want to make sure that it is genre for your readers, because we're talking about authors, genre or niche specific for nonfiction, writers. Because you don't want to go, here's a thing that drives me nuts, is authors will go into author groups and sell their book or, post about their book in the author groups when all the other authors are in there struggling to sell their books as well. So why are we all selling or putting our content and wasting our time to click into that group, throw our promotion into that group and bounce? It doesn't help us any. We need to be engaging in a certain readership, right? That goes along well with your book and getting in there and giving those people the content. Okay.
Yes. You need to engage with readers. And yes, other authors may be readers, but they are not your primary market.
Exactly. So one way I did this with a past client was they had a book about Louisiana. So what I did was I went to all the different Louisiana pages, especially the engaged ones, and that's where I marketed this book. And an opt-in that I used was Cajun cards. Learn the Cajun language, because there was I learned from a little bit of research is that there was a good market of younger Cajun children, or those who are wanting to learn their native language, but they don't really have it anymore. It's kind of dying out. So I created a stack of Cajun cards to give to them for free for an opt-in, and then that created our list of people that we could sell our book to at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then when we launched, that's why we were able to launch, sell, $3,000 plus whatever worth of books. So, yeah, and you gotta target the right groups.
Yes.
Don't sell to other authors. Please stop the madness.
Well, I know about that, but
it drives me nuts. But all day long, everybody's selling to everybody that doesn't need to be sold to.
I agree with you. There's way too much selling going on, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to my friend Red. Did you see the comment that he posted?
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Hey.
Good author there. Great author there. So just
Yeah, look at we got a lot of good authors on with us today. Hey, Kelly says, I'm not a slacker, just don't the experience update my website, but I plan on learning. Right, Delilah? Yes, right. She is actually one of the people, I've been working with her for a long time, but she's one of the people who took advantage of joining my group coaching. So, and I'm going to be offering marketing group coaching on a weekly basis in my group. So if you guys are interested in that, hit me up, Smart Authors. Guys, hit me up through smartauthorseries.com.
Yeah, that'll take you to either of us, which is really nice because not everybody wants to help.
Yep. So you guys hit up Candy for the publishing needs, all those questions and stuff like that. Hit up me for the marketing, and we'll keep it from there. So Candy.
Yes, Delilah.
We gave out all of our good tips.
We did. I think we did a great job giving out all those tips.
I think so too. Do you guys have any tips of your own that you would like to share with us? Does anybody else have any little small tactics that work? Because you never know who's watching this, and you never know who might need the extra help. So you guys, post them below. If you're just now watching it, #replay, you can catch the rest. And also, I think we're at a good place. What do you say, Candy?
I think we're at a very good place. We're right on time. So what are we talking about next week? Next week is going to be a writing topic, right? This week was a marketing topic, and next week is going to be a writing topic. We're kind of going to be doing that from now on, every other week, 1 week writing, 1 week marketing, and there's a lot of overlap. But next week we're going to be talking about writing, and guess who forgot to look at the spreadsheet? I think it's up. Nope, it's not. So, but I know that it's going to be a good topic, and if here it is, journaling. It's not your sister's diary. Next week, we're going to talk about how you can use journaling as an author, not necessarily to create your books, although you can, but to simply help you to manage your author business.
Boom. I'm ready.
We're going to look at journaling in a couple of different, in a slightly different way. We'll look at the traditional, but we'll also look at it in a little bit different way than what perhaps you've looked at before.
Awesomeness. All right, authors. I wish everybody a fantastic week in the first week of the new year. And if you guys enjoyed the tips, and if you have your own tips, I highly encourage you guys to share them below and help another author out. #authors supporting authors. Yeah. And all right, I think we're at a good place to stop here. Candy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Next week.
Next week.
Thank
Thursday.
you.
Thursday, 12 o'clock p.m. right here. Peace.